After attempting to launch several businesses and careers on their own, my next guest found success beyond their imagination when they decided to team up in 2015. Now, Clea Shearer and Joanna Teplin, the women behind the Home Edit, have built an empire and boast nearly 6 million followers on Instagram. They have a hit show now on Netflix, executive produced by Reese Witherspoon and Molly Sims, 2 New York Times bestsellers, and an A-list celebrity list for the ages. Chris Pratt, Dwayne Wade, and Khloe Kardashian lining up to enlist help of these business partners turned friends with cleaning up junk drawers, messy rooms, and cluttered kitchens. Clea Shearer and Joanna Teplin say when it comes to cleaning up other people's messes, nothing surprises them. They've seen it all, including Chris Pratt and Katherine Schwarzenegger's junky garage.
Oh,
gives me such anxiety.
Oh, come on.
To give you backstory,
Yeah.
I moved in, and this was like a dumping ground for a lot of things that I didn't know where it would go.
Okay.
I don't know what you're gonna find in there.
Yeah.
But it's his stuff that I just didn't know where to place.
Yes.
For example, those bows up there, or these baseball.
And archery stuff, of course.
And
baseball
exactly,
bats.
babies,
Sure.
and then there's so much baby stuff,
Yes.
so much
It's really
gear.
wild. The smaller they are, the more stuff seems to accumulate.
Please welcome best friends and business partners, Clea Shearer and Joanna Teplin. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so that clip was Chris Pratt's wife, Katherine, and that was a garage that I don't care if you're a famous Hollywood person or not, that looks familiar because that's just about everyone's garage. Joanna, it's always fascinating when people say, well, what do you do for a living? And you answer that question, well, I'm an organizer. And then you go into detail. No. I organize nightstands, drawers, garages, these things. When you think about the fact that you are a dynamic duo at this, can you imagine having done it alone? It seems like it takes a backup person to be there with you.
No, it's wild. I mean, I've had solo businesses by myself, so I never thought it never even dawned on me to ever have a partner as a business partner. And then I met Clea, and I can't even imagine not having her by my side and doing this together. I don't know. I was missing something all along, and I never knew it.
Well, and I will also say we are not best friends turned business partners. We're actually business partners turned best friends.
Oh.
We did not know each other. We went on a blind lunch date, left lunch as business partners. We were like, this is it. This is going to work. We have a great idea. And then we kind of became siblings. And
I love that. You know why? Because I think that when you go into business with someone and you can grow your personal relationship, that's great because they tell you not to go into business with friends and family, but that you started out on the business end and liked each other so much and clearly respected each other, because that's a big part of this, that you were able to blossom this business. So Reese Witherspoon comes walking through the door, or calling, as I understand. In the midst of this journey, Clea, her production company reached out to y'all?
So Reese actually found us on Instagram, and her production company, Hello Sunshine, reached out to us about creating some original content. And we had just started a bit of a pilot, kind of a sizzle reel for a show that we had in mind. And we were working already with Molly Sims to produce that. So we all kind of joined forces. We created actually like a 15-minute webisode series called Master the Mess that then we packaged and, produced or presented it to Netflix. And here we are.
I love that. And when we come back, we're going to learn some of the most valuable tips, simple things that Clea and Joanna say that we can do right now to that drunk nightstand. The junk nightstand. The junk nightstand when we come back.
All right, here we go.
So excited.
You ready?
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah. You did a lot of work on this.
We are so excited.
God. This is insane. Look at you have a nice little workspace.
I sure do.
Yes.
Welcome back. We are borrowing some tricks of the trade from Joanna Teplin and Clea Shearer from the Netflix hit show, Get Organized with the Home Edit. Ladies, let's get to some of your tips now. You say that everyone has a drunk, what do I keep saying? Drunk. You know what it is? I think junk drawer because, I don't know. I have no idea. Because I'm so intimidated by the junk drawer. How do you clean it?
Everyone intimidated, and everyone asks us, do you have a junk drawer? People are always asking us if we do. And we have multi-purpose drawers. We have everything drawers. We don't call them junk drawers because junk really doesn't belong in your home.
Okay.
No. But everyone has that drawer.
Okay, but you say start out with a couple of things. Edit, which means get rid of things. That's a nice way to say throw away stuff you don't need. Categorize, contain, maintain. All right.
You got it.
So edit part I got. I know how to toss out things I've not been using. Categorize. That's so tricky.
Yeah, so you put like with like. And, you know, you can put all pens together, or all office supplies. It depends how you want to categorize. There's many ways to do it, but you just want to get like with like so that you can realize if you have too many duplicates of something, like you don't need 3 pairs of scissors in the same drawer. Those types of things. It allows you to really see the totality of your inventory.
And the category is really important as you move into containment and maintaining, which is kind of a labeling mechanism. Right. It's really important to see the grouping at hand. It just, you know, it's just a key step in the process.
You say clear containers. I saw all of those in Chris Pratt's garage. You say clear containers. And that is?
You can see what you have. You know when you're running low on something. You know, it doesn't turn into a graveyard. Sometimes people use decorative storage baskets, which we love.
Absolutely.
But you don't see it. Okay.
You don't see it.
You know, I'm just sitting here thinking, though, Joanna, I was all confident about the edit part because I'm like, oh, just get rid of stuff you don't use. But then you said 3 scissors. I probably have 9 pairs of scissors.
There you go.
So now I'm not so confident about editing. When do you know if you have too many of something?
Well, because you're going to exceed your space, or it's going to feel too tight for that one space.
Which is why we also talk about containment. Okay. So if you think about all the steps really work together. Mm-hmm. So if you're containing all of your scissors and you designated this amount of space in your drawer for scissors, but they're piling up and they're exceeding your space, you have too many. So there's another rule that we kind of live by in the organizing process, which is the 80-20 rule. It's not dissimilar from eating. You don't want to be 100% full when you eat. And you don't want your space to be 100% full either because it's uncomfortable.
Okay.
So if you can live by kind of an 80-20 rule, if the space that you're allotting in your drawer for scissors is kind of comfortably at a reasonable expectation, right. Maybe you have even 3 or 4 pairs of scissors, but you don't need to be maxed out. And that's kind of the way we preach it. And so...
Got you. Okay. This next one is a difficult one for me. Fridges and freezers. I was actually featured in a magazine and they asked me to show my refrigerator and I was all confident. And then I saw the pictures of what I sent to them. I was embarrassed. I was like, my fridge is a mess, but I have a toddler and we have like 4 different kinds of milks and different things. How do you organize a refrigerator?
Well, first of all, give yourself a little bit of leniency in a fridge because it is a fast-flowing place of production. It's not dry goods, it's fresh goods. Mm-hmm. So you're always going to have a lot of newness, a lot of influx. You're going to have leftovers. There's going to be variables.
Turnover is high.
Yes, it's a very high turnover space. So first of all, give yourself a break. That's number one.
Yeah, and you have a toddler, so you get an extra break. So you get 2 total breaks.
Thank you.
If you want to keep it organized, you think about it in zones, right? You have your produce zone, your snack zone, your dairy zone, beverage. You think about it in zones. And then you use stackable storage to really help maximize every square inch, really take advantage of the vertical space. Again, clear storage really helps with that so things don't get kind of lost and left behind in the back of a fridge. And, I think that, again, always leaving a little extra space, that 20% of breathing room for leftovers, food storage containers, things like that. And again, give yourself a break. The
fridge is really hard.
I promise you, if you even just implement those few steps, you will be proud of your fridge. It does not have to look like Instagram to be proud of it.
Well, that's funny you should say that, Joanna, because the next step is maintain. And I've seen Khloe Kardashian's pantry. I have never seen someone stack Oreo cookies to perfection. And
she's a mess.
I'm eating them. I'm not stacking them. How do you maintain this?
Let me tell you the trick about the cookie jars, because we have stacked all those Oreos. You eat from the center so that the sides always look pretty, just so you know.
I eat them too fast to know where the center is. I'm not doing that. But what about labeling? Because I've seen that. I actually bought a labeler. Do you recommend labeling?
Labeling is the main piece of the maintenance process. It's not just a pretty kind of aesthetic touch. It actually is a set of instructions for everyone in the family and for yourself to really hold yourself accountable. Right. So in a pantry, and again, don't get too micro with the labeling. We don't recommend labeling a bin that just says pasta. Think about it more like a dinner label, right? A category that is broad enough so that it can hold rice, quinoa, pasta, everything like that. But that set of instructions is like, this is my dinner bin. This is my breakfast bin. If things are stacking up, piling up, I'm not using it enough. I'm not buying the right things at the grocery store. I'm not actually working through the food I have. Labeling is the way that you understand the way your space is functioning and the mechanisms and systems that you put in place. And it also helps, you know, partners, roommates, kids even know where to find things and know where to put them.
It allows everyone to be on the same page at all times.
I like that. Okay, edit, categorize, contain, maintain. Ladies, thank you so much. Congratulations on all of your well-deserved, well-earned success. Season 2 of Get Organized with the Home Edit is streaming now on Netflix. Thank you